I usually start the day by checking on the animals to make sure they're all okay after the night, such as our baby alpacas and their mums. Some of the animals will come say hello to me, sometimes. One of my favourite parts is checking our lovely donkeys. I always get a good morning from them, or at least one. The morning checks allow me to visually health check them before the day starts and also check when I need to change their bed. If it is very dirty, obviously I'll do it then. If not, it could be done at a later date. I am also always being watched by at least one animal to make sure I'm doing my job. This is me checking on one of our Shire residents, and we're so proud of her every time she comes to say hello because it's a big step for us. This little boy is always being a little bit of trouble and always keeping us on our toes and being a silly boy. My first actual thing I will do is to go and check if our new chicks need water, which in this case they did, and pretty much every morning we'll give them fresh water. They always seem to appreciate it because they're always straight around it, and it's lovely to see these little guys thriving. Now it's time to open the gate so any visitors can come in when it's eventually opening time, and to make sure we have easy access. There's always time to say hello to the animals, especially the ones that love attention from us and love coming over to see us, which is wonderful to have a bond with your animals as it makes it more pleasant for you and for them overall. Now that some more of my co-workers are here, we'll go and do different tasks, but today I was opening the rabbit, letting him out and giving him water. Here is me also letting our guinea pigs out. This is all-female enclosure, and again getting them water and stuff like that. I then started on a full clean of an enclosure so it could be used again whenever it was needed, and it was quite a big job. We then went to move our baby alpacas along with their mums over to the field for the day so they could run around. It was then time for one of the most hectic parts of the day, feeding all of the goats because they run everywhere and they get in your way all the time. But it's really cute watching all the little ones running around, and we just make sure that it's evenly spread so they all can get some. Here is the enclosure I was cleaning out earlier with my co-workers. It's looking a lot better now. We're just getting the last bits, putting it away, and it looks a lot better than it did before, so that's great. Then it's time to dump all of the dirty stuff into the muck trailer so it can be dealt with later and make sure it's disposed of properly. After a long day of cleaning enclosures and making sure everything is swept, it's time to put some of the animals away as it's near closing time. This is our lovely rabbit being put away, giving him his food. We obviously make sure everything's shut so nothing can get in or out overnight, and we're making sure everything's done properly. Then it's time to put the guinea pigs away, and because there's a lot of them, sometimes they don't all go in straight away. But when we give them the food, they'll normally follow straight through because they absolutely love it. They will finish off a lot of their food very quickly as they're very hungry. Then it's time to put our other rabbits away by giving them food and water and making sure they all go up to the top so they can be kept nice and safe. If they don't go up to the top, luckily this time they did, I'll have to go and crawl underneath, which isn't fun. We then make sure it's all locked up as you see, so they're all safe, and we make sure everything's kicked up against it to keep it nice and warm inside for them overnight, and make sure we give them a nice bed so they can sleep well. We then made up some hay nets to make sure we're all stocked and ready. There's quite a few to be done every day, making sure that they've all got food. Then it's time to get straw to make sure the animals' beds are all ready for the night when they come in to keep nice and warm. Obviously it has to be done properly and making sure they're comfortable overnight. And we have to put more stuff in as obviously we clean it and get the old stuff. You see we've got some nice horses inside for the night to make sure they're all warm. And this is some of the beds we were making to make sure that they're all okay, they're all safe overnight, all warm. You always want to make sure the animals are comfortable overnight and to make sure they're safe from the cold, especially in winter time. The last thing we had to do was to make sure all of the enclosures that are inside have water for overnight, and because the hose does not reach, we have to fill up these big jugs and transport them over. They are quite heavy, but it's fine to make sure they're all ready.